guys, Retro Reviews here again with another Power Rangers Super Sentai video review. And as Toqger has officially drawn to a close as of this recording, until we see the Ninja and Toqger crossover movie, I figured while this guy still has some relevance before Ninja's Shurikenjin comes out, figured I would get this guy reviewed and hopefully uploaded as soon as possible. So this is obviously toq-oh from Ressha Sentai Toqger. As you can see, it is comprised of 5 trains. We've got red Ressha, blue Ressha, yellow Ressha, green Ressha, and pink Ressha, belonging to Tokyo Ichigo, Nigo, Sango, Yongo, and Gogo. So, as you can see here, very nice trains. Start off, go ahead and show off that they all can disconnect from their larger train bodies to form these smaller trains, which is used for the Tokyo Changer and other devices, which also they do end up all combining in this form, as well as the larger forms. But the larger forms won't even show it, or I won't even have any room, and I don't even have enough room on camera to show off this whole combined thing in one shot. So just real quick, there's that. And anyways, go ahead and clip these guys back on. Anyways, start off with red Ressha, and as you can see, it's based off of a steam locomotive with some nice detailings molded in all over the place on this thing. Nice window details and everything. Would be great to see like a model train set come out where all of these joints here for the trains are articulated to resemble an actual functioning train, because as these bits, they wouldn't work. They're too long and wouldn't be able to take turns very well unless the turns were like 1 degree. But anyways, very nice steam locomotive. And just like the combining these, you could also fold this around and combine like that to form a joint right there for the trains to utilize. But again, that's just for the big train, and I'd run out of space. He can store the weapon just by putting it on here and just sliding it to the back. That just looks really goofy. I don't like the way that looks. So usually I leave it off if I've got them in train modes. So, and I'll also probably put annotations underneath the trains when I get to showing them off, but like of what train they are exactly, to the closest approximation. But so yep, red Ressha is a steam locomotive, which the red is coming off really funky on my camera. Anyways, the blue Ressha, which is inspired off of a bullet train, obviously. Again, annotation probably down here saying what train type it is, so I'm not having someone trying to correct me, because I don't know what these guys are, but I'm going to research. Like, as of right now, I don't know what these are supposed to be, but I will show it off when I get this uploaded. Anyways, blue Ressha, nice passenger bullet train. Does look very cool in this mode. I do like the blue. I do like the headlights painted in gold, and I do like the white stripe and the gray stripe going with the windows. And real quick, show off the little connector joint right there. And then there is one that I was playing with a little bit earlier that folds up right there to combine with Tokyo Sango's train. And just overall really nice. Next up is Tokyo Sango's Yellow Ressha, which this side is not the pretty side to be looking at. Neither is this side. Unfortunately, hers is not the best. Because in individual train mode, if you look at it on this side, you get to see all the screw holes. If you look at it on this side, you get to see the arm joint and the fist hole. So yeah, not the best in design, this one is. But overall pretty nice. And they all do roll fairly well, by the way, because we've got these wheels under here. She does peg off. Has the clip on. If I could get my fingernail in there, because I don't have any fingernails, really. That folds down for the next train. But overall, really nice. It's kind of one of those bus trains that they have in Japan, where they're smaller transport trains that are only used throughout the town and everything, and not so much. These are more of a local commute trains instead of like a bullet train being used for national travel. So we have that, which again, I'll put an annotation for the name. And then we have Tokyo Yongo's Green Ressha, which similar to the Blue Ressha, and pretty much its whole design scheme, aside from the nose and well, basically the nose. Everything else is almost the same. Which, overall, again, not a very bad train. Just like Blue Ressha, it's a bullet train. And this does come off. This does fold up, clip on, and that does fold out. So, again, really nice. Again, I do like the gold painted headlights, if you can see, because my white balance is getting thrown off. My color balance is getting thrown off with this green. But it's a good shade of bright green. It does look really nice. So yeah. And then lastly we have Pink Ressha, which, just like Yellow Ressha, is one of the commercial inner city commute trains, and not so much a national commute, which she can do this. But unlike Yellow Ressha, she actually looks good from one side. She doesn't have one side that's hindered by screw holes and then one side that's hindered by robot bits. She's got all of that on this side due to their transformation. And funky little heart-shaped windscreen, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Overall, very nice train modes. I spent 10 minutes talking about their trains. Wow. Now, let's go ahead and get to the link up the combination. Which first we're going to take Red Ressha, get him in the middle, and take green and blue, and there's these gaps right here that will actually slide, or that this will actually slide into. So it'll go ahead and just clip in right there and then slide in just like that. Same goes on this side. And then we take Pink Ressha and Yellow Ressha, mind the color, or reverse the colors that I just said. Yellow Ressha, pink Ressha. And take these guys out to the side, and these bits right here that I just folded out are going to combine into these holes. Just like that. And then go ahead and take these bits and fold them forward, rotate them around, rotate the front of pink and yellow around, separate, or kind of angle blue and green out to the side so they aren't standing like straight, because he's got flip those forward and stand them up, so he's kind of got a stance for like a more dynamic stance instead of just straight on. He's kind of pre-molded to be like that. So anyways, go ahead and rotate or move the camera up, which is what I gotta do, not you guys. Whoa! Did not need to be seeing all of that gunk. Alright, anyways, now that my camera is all set back up where I need it to be, go ahead and take the front of red Ressha, which seems really phallic at this point, but we're going to overlook that because it will fold up, form the chest, fold that down, take this bit and fold it all the way to the back, and it doesn't clip in, it just kind of rests there in the back. But then we take this bit and fold it back up, and then clip it on like that, and then open up the doors to reveal his face, which I'm going to get in closer to show that off, because that's a pretty cool head reveal, in my opinion. So, there we have toq-oh in his mecha form. Very nice. I cannot get them all in the same shot. Very nice, very lanky, and now he's shrouded in a shadow. But yeah, very nice, but very thin, very lanky, but overall very cool looking, honestly. When toqger first came, or was first getting images released last year, I was really put off with their designs. I didn't like the simplicity of their suits. I didn't like the way this guy looked. But over time, it grew on me. And now that the show's ending, I'm kind of sad to see it end, because I really liked it. Sorry, my throat is killing me. Is starting to kill me. But I really did like it. Very cool series and very cool mecha. For our first mecha that we got, this one actually is pretty cool. No real action features in him. He can rotate his arms 360 degrees. They're not hindered in any way. And also his sword, which the name is escaping me right now, if I can think of it. It does have a name. I can't think of it, but there will be an annotation. If I remember to put the annotation of what it is, I just cannot think of it right now. But it can peg on to either hand, but it usually goes into the right hand, so you can wield it as a sword. And then as an added little touch, that can fold down and become a gun. A very unconvincing gun, but it still works. So, overall, very nice mecha. Real quick, do a size comparison, if I could get them both in the same shot, with Mega Voyager, because I just got done reviewing this guy. So, real quick size comparison with one of the earlier Sentai mechs. Honestly, this guy, I was imagining him to be a tiny, tiny bit smaller. Not too much smaller, but actually ends up pretty good sized. But, and as a thing to note, for transforming him back into the individual trains, because the feet lock to keep him stable, you push those forward or those up, and that unlocks the feet or the foot to go into train mode. And also take this, push this button in, and lift it up to unhook the trains from Red Ressha. So, and same on blue. So yeah, he does stay together pretty well. I wouldn't like hold him from down here and try to wiggle him around, because these bits are still just connected with a couple connector bits, and he's gonna fall apart. One thing that also kind of put me off with this guy was his play school coloring, is what I want to call it. Because we have a nice shade of red, a nice shade of blue, a bright shade of green, and a bright shade of yellow with a pink. Not using white in place of the Pink Ranger's mech, just like how Kyoryuger was, and how Ninja is going to be. So basically, very, very bright, vibrant colors that would just draw the attention of a young child. And that wasn't supposed to sound creepy in any way, shape, or form. But it came off sounding completely like that. But anyways, very vibrant, bright colors that would that make this guy almost feel play schoolish. By no means the quality of plastic that's used in this is weak. Due to it being a Sentai toy, being for kids, it's going to be strong, durable plastic. Nothing's really going to break. This thing will be able to take a beating, but it almost shows off that it's definitely for kids by the color scheme. But it is kind of, if you've watched the show, you understand it's the rainbow line. They're supposed to be bright colors, but he is throwing my color balance way off. Anyways, this is Ratchet Reviews. I'm going to stop rambling now. And I do highly recommend this guy. If you still find him for cheap, since probably about around now, this stuff's going to be going for clearance pretty fast on some online retailers like CS Toys and HLJ. They'll probably be starting to put these guys out in clearance pretty fast. So I would go ahead and pick him up. He is pretty fun to play with. And if you have the toq-oh changer, this guy is a must-have for the toq-oh changer, because it allows you to transform into any one of the 5 toq-ohgers. So, this has been Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys like this video review, and I will see you again next time.